Hello, everybody. Welcome to another episode of The Morning Spike. We're kind of without some of our regulars here. Got me and Martin today, so it's kind of an impromptu Dynasty Pylon episode, if you will.
Yeah.
How you doing today, Martin?
I'm getting there, man. I'm getting there. I was sitting here, I'm like, is this fool gonna get on? I almost went live by myself, and it would have been a really short show, guys. I made a video, was it yesterday?
Yeah.
Ironically, I'm wearing the same well, not technically it's not the same jersey. It is the same player, it's just not the same jersey. But I was like really struggling, dude. Thursday and Friday, I tried to make those other videos. I'm like, no, it's not happening. It's really killing me, man. I'm not even I just looked at the calendar. I'm not even at 3 weeks with this after coming out of surgery.
Oh, see, so, yeah, you should be taking it easy.
Yeah, so I don't know, man. It was a struggle, dude. So I was like, yep. All right, well, I'll probably do like a small 20-minute show and then call it a day. But you jumped on, so I was like, all right.
Yeah. It was one of those things, I was walking around. I did go to the bathroom, and then I'm like, dude. And I was like, oh, crap, it's Sunday.
Yeah. How'd your concert go, man?
It was fun. Breaking Benjamin and Disturbed, they always bring it. It's really good. Drafting and going to a concert, it's so much fun.
Yeah, Brian, I still would have done it, man. I would have gone on for like 15 to 20 minutes and probably gone over my redraft last night. But we're going to do that today. We're going to go both. So we're in a league that's been around for almost, actually, this is the 20th year of this league. So I've been in this league for, according to the main commish, 19 years. Thought it was 20, but I guess not. I'm retiring at 20 from this league. So, but we started really young, and it's escalated to 2 leagues. So there's a scrub league, and then there's the main league. Last year, Mark unfortunately got booted out to the scrub league due to the weird playoff brackets, which
everyone makes the playoffs. It's weird.
It's weird. The first, so was it week 15? 4 teams go on bye. The other 8 teams fight to get into the playoffs. So you can have the worst team still make playoffs, and then still, it's really weird and ridiculous. So
I think the guy who ended up the year I got, so not this past season, but the season before that is when I got eliminated or relegated down. I think the guy who won it in the regular season wasn't even 500.
Really?
Yeah. Jeez. I think they were like 7 and 8 or something like that.
Yeah. Nah, it was just like, I remember you and I were kind of like whatever last year. We honestly didn't even give a crap. And
Derby. Wow.
First round exit, huh? Interesting. What's up, Derby? Cool. How are you doing, man? So but no. It's the way it's set up, and then now the defense have like kick return and punt return yards, so now defensive make like so much points. So
my dad's league doesn't even have playoffs. Well, that's how our league used to be when I first joined.
It doesn't have playoffs, so it's just like by points, Michael. It's interesting.
Yes, I realize you're talking about my hat, sir.
Oh, sorry.
No, you're fine.
Yeah, leave it to me. Not know crap about baseball, bro. So we have our drafts open. We're gonna go over them. We can do Mark's first or mine first. I don't care. I'm still in the above bracket teams. Mark got regulated to the second, as we mentioned. So, let's talk about yours. Actually, yours.
We can do mine.
Yours was interesting. I sat there and watched some of these guys. I was there present with some of these guys, and a lot of times that's mine.
Oh, that is yours. Sorry.
A lot of these guys were already drunk by the time 7 p.m. Arizona time had happened. Although Mark was also in a concert last night, drafting at the same time. How'd that go? That must have been kind of not able to watch the show you paid for, but then.
No, I would. Well, so it only sucked when it was like. So I was the 10th spot. Here to move it over.
Yeah, zoom out, dude. What the hell?
How do you zoom out?
No, it's your computer settings.
That better?
Yeah, that's way better. Yeah, just click on your team.
Okay, almost got them all out, man. I don't know. It just sucked because I was in the 10th spot. So once it came around, so once it was me and then it was me again, I could watch the show for a while because I had a long time before it was going to be my pick again.
It's a good thing you know what you're doing.
Yeah.
But go ahead, name off your crew, man.
So I got Diggs in the first. And then it came back around to me, and I actually was having a hard time between Jacobs and Pollard, but ended up just going with Pollard because he's actually been there for the whole off-season program, OTAs, training camp, all that stuff. So I don't know. I just figured he'd be a little bit better. I also
thought that was because that was your boy, and I thought that you weren't.
I mean, it was, but honestly, that I was having a hard time between him and Jacobs because he fell all the way to the second, and then I almost had a heart attack when T. Higgins was just sitting here.
That was amazing.
In the third, I was like, "What the heck?"
Yeah.
So I picked him up in the third, and then I got J.K. Dobbins. I picked up McLaurin, and then I got David Montgomery, and then this guy, Chocolate Brownies, was auto drafting, so I knew if I didn't get Tua on this pick, he'd get taken on the next one.
Yeah.
Because clearly Anthony Richardson got taken on the next one.
Right.
So I just picked him up. So I had a decent quarterback. And then I got Gibson. And then Addison sitting there that late. I was like, can't pass up on him. And then
he's going to be a number 2.
Realized I hadn't gone tight end yet. So I picked up some rookies in Kincaid and Laporta, who I think will be good. And then I got Jared Goff because obviously Tua might have injuries.
Yeah, and you've been kind of high on Jared Goff too.
Yeah, I think he'll have a decent season this year. And then I got kicker, Jake Elliott with the Commanders. I was actually trying to get the Dolphins defense, but he was taken just before right here.
Mm-hmm.
And then I just finished it off with Justin Ross at the end.
So you went with one defense this time?
Huh?
You went with one defense this time, huh?
Yeah.
Normally you get about 2.
I do, but most of the good ones were already taken. So
yeah.
I just figured on the bye week on the 14th, I could just stream another defense.
Nah, you should be good by then. Find out another team by then. You'll probably cut one of these guys.
Oh,
more than likely cut one of these tight ends or something.
Cut or trade somebody. Who knows?
Mm-hmm. You never know.
Yeah.
Some of these guys might get hurt for the year. We don't know.
Exactly.
I don't pray for that, but it happens. Anthony says Mark draft the entire NFC East, or you have mostly NFC.
I do a few.
Yeah, you got
I guess the defense, the kicker. I do have Gibson.
I think the top half is NFC, the bottom half is AFC. But it looks fine. I was watching these guys, and a lot of these guys were getting drunk, man. Like, go back to I'm gonna say Ruben was drinking.
Oh yeah, this guy.
Yeah, that guy was drinking for sure. I don't know what he was doing, but I remember. I met him yesterday. So blunt force trauma didn't show up, and I think you remember that's Jesse.
Yeah, I know blunt force trauma.
Boys blunt for what is it? Blunt for change his name. I remember as trauma, but
yeah.
Oh, there's blunt force trauma still. So
yeah, blunt force.
All these guys
CET
were like
trauma or CE trauma.
Yeah. So I don't know. I was just remembering some of these guys. I'm like, dude, what are you doing? And then let's go to Pumpy Flies, who's the main guy.
Oh my god! I was like, what are you doing? You got RB3 and then a guy who's not playing for 4 weeks.
Yeah. He screwed himself not only, and I'll show you what I have on our league as well. So in our Dynasty League, this is his running back, like his main running back. You can tell there's a personal attachment to Jonathan Taylor and Justin here, and he went kind of early with Jonathan Taylor in all his drafts. Here we have him here at the 4th. Mm-hmm. He's not even going to be playing for the first 4 weeks.
And then his other running backs are Charbonnet and Elliott, which I mean aren't bad choices, but I don't think they're going to play. Like he doesn't have anybody who's going to play right away.
Yeah, they auto-picked Lamar Jackson because they were discussing so hard because he's co-owning that team with someone else.
Oh, is that what it is? Okay.
And they were talking. Was running as a co-owner. They were talking for like 2 minutes straight, and then the timer ran out, and they ended with Lamar Jackson. I'm like, you guys are morons. How do you let the timer run out? And then he scrolled down a little bit. I think it was Elijah Moore was their second auto pick.
This one
again happened again, and I'm like, you guys are going to be have an interesting team. I don't know what's going to happen, but they're going to have to end up searching for another defense, another tight end here, eventually, because week 6 the Steelers go into bye. That's kind of early, so they're gonna have to figure something out.
Yeah. Cool.
Drafted him because he thought he'd be traded, and you know, some people might do it, dude. You might find someone who wants to do it, but that's 4 weeks, and you don't even know if he's going to come back by then.
Yeah, but if you drafted him like 2 weeks ago, I could understand that. That's a little different. But this was yesterday.
Yeah. No, yeah.
This was yesterday. You already know Jonathan Taylor's out 4 weeks.
Right. There's a big difference. So I don't know. So overall, man, I was liking your team.
Yeah.
And I was just questioning some of these guys, like.
Oh my god, me too. Like sometimes they would do something and I'd be like, what?
Like it still amazes me that
like you told me, like, oh, with that Diggs, I expected you to get Allen. And I was like, oh, I'll get him in the 3rd. And then like Ruben took him in the 2nd. And I was like, what is happening right now?
Yeah. Yeah. I'm like, if I know Mark, he may or may not be thinking about getting Josh Allen there with Diggs. But I feel like how Justin feels about Jonathan Taylor is how you feel about Tony Pollard. That's your guy, man. You love Tony Pollard. I don't think I've ever seen you not draft Tony Pollard. Like all off season. Like ever. I think
he was honestly the best running back that was available. And I was never going to go quarterback too, because I like to at least get a starting receiver and a running back before I start looking at other positions.
Oh no. I'm okay with getting a quarterback late, and I'll show you in mine how late I went, dude, before I even got mine.
Well, this is like stuff that was throwing me for a loop. Like Aaron Rodgers, I had never seen Aaron Rodgers get drafted higher than like 12, and he gets taken in like the freaking 6th. I was like, are you
I've seen Aaron
Rodgers
right now? Higher. I don't see
the 7th or the 7th. I'm like, this is crazy.
Yeah, no, because I'll show you where he's at online. So, but no, overall, man, show the whole board again. Like I'm looking at some of these picks and I'm like, all right, like Michael Thomas in the 9th. Some of these kickers went like I don't draft a kicker before the 10th round. I'm like, all right.
I know. And then like the 8th, the defenses and kickers started going off the board.
Yeah,
like, what is happening right now?
Yeah, I don't know. I like it looks like the second team established their front running main starters, and then they went back to depth, is what it looks like. Because he went with JJ, Amon-Ra, and Najee Harris, Pacheco, and Dillon, who I'm assuming he's going to start week 1 with Lawrence and Hawkinson. So everyone else is going to be back up. Like if AJ Dillon is in your flex week 1, you may or may not have an issue here, bud.
Right.
Like, just saying. Like we've heard time and time, and trust me, I love AJ Dillon. He's such a good back, but the problem is Packers don't know how to use him. He is a human bowling ball, and they don't know how to use him.
They're not like him anymore. They're trying to get Jonathan Taylor too.
Yeah, next year Dillon's gonna end up somewhere, and he's gonna be a beast. He's 250 pounds, guys. Like that's Derrick Henry mini. Like if you watch him, he always breaks his first tackle, maybe even the second tackle. But I don't understand what the Packers doing. But then again, I've always questioned what the Packers do basically every offseason anyway. So yeah, I don't know.
Mark, you always drafted Tony Pollard. We need to question you about your Washington garbage.
Yeah, I don't know. I haven't seen this guy not draft Tony Pollard.
Well, I think
even in our mock drafts, it's either Andrews or Pollard doesn't leave. Mark doesn't leave his drafts without one of those guys.
I don't know if he's going to make it through the whole year, but this one of the few backs that'll be like on the field all 3 downs. I feel like fantasy wise, he should.
Yeah, I don't know if he's going to make it all year.
Yeah, I don't know if he'll make it through, but steal to the Cowboys.
What?
Steal?
Steal to the Cowboys? Is that a steal, as you're saying, or are you saying Steelers to the Cowboys, which doesn't make sense to me, Michael? Are we not understanding something? Hold on. Is there something I missed? Is there something that happened recently? I don't understand. Yeah, they re-signed. Oh yeah, the right tackle. The 5-year deal. $86.8 million contract extension. Yes, thank you, Michael. I'm like, wait, hold on. Yeah, no, once, yeah. I don't know why that didn't trigger.
Yeah, it didn't trigger for me either. I was like, huh?
Yeah. So, deal has a maximum upside of $91.8 million. So yeah, it's official, man. 5 years. So they extended him $50 million guaranteed. That's right tackle. That's crazy. At first I was like, okay, maybe he's missing an R or an S. I don't know.
Right.
And then when she said Terrence Steele, yeah, okay, yeah, I got you.
He said, I don't know why I said to the Cowboys. That might have been kind of threw us off too.
It might have been Steele re-signed with the Cowboys.
Yeah, that would have been like a little. That would have probably triggered it more.
Yeah.
But I read that and I was just like, like I'm not gonna lie, my brain was not.
Yeah, what's going on here, bud?
So
yeah, no, this draft was really interesting. I saw something, and poor Justin, man. They were messing with him, man. They were being so messed up to him. So we know that he doesn't drink.
No,
not often. He does every now and then, but last night they were trying to get him drunk. These bastards, man. If Destiny wasn't there, I probably wouldn't have allowed this. But she was there, and that's his wife. So I was like, okay, I know she's gonna take care of him.
Right.
And she was in on it. So at that point, I'm like, all right, let it happen. These mofos would pour beer in their little shot glasses and give him actual alcohol.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Oh no. Yeah.
I'm like,
that's so messed up.
I'm like, poor guy's gonna be messed up tomorrow. Dude, I'm pretty sure he took like at least a minimum 11 of them, one per each person in this league. So yeah, I don't know. But hey, here's what it is. I'm sure I'll probably get a text here later on. So anyways.
Anthony says Cowboys just paid right tackle big money.
Yeah, they did. And that's a big struggle from that side for them for some reason. Left and right. I don't know what it is. Like that entire line, dude. Honestly I wish Dak the best this year. I know you guys probably don't want to hear that, but I don't care. Talk about all 32 teams.
In my franchise on Madden, and 8 and 9 Giants made the Super Bowl.
Jesus. Is that this season coming up?
The Giants.
That's insane. All right, so let's talk about this other one.
Before we get to yours, though, real quick, I don't know if you saw some of this other news. Vikings, despite the fact that they're like getting rid of everybody left and right, decided to make T.J. Hawkinson the highest paid tight end in the NFL.
Yeah. No, I did. I actually did see that not too long ago. Was it yesterday or the other day or something like that?
Yeah.
Yeah, I did see that. So I was like, okay, that's
the Patriots have a backup quarterback now.
Say what?
The Patriots have a backup quarterback now. They signed Matt Corral.
Oh, Matt Corral. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was just yesterday, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah. So, what's up, bot? How are you, man?
Yep. Oh, yeah, what's up, bot? We got some fantasy implications. Cooper Kupp had a major setback in his recovery from hamstring. So, no timetable for his return. Jamal Adams is ruled out for Seahawks opener.
That dude's always interesting.
Yeah. Apparently, Travis Kelce's pleading to Chris Jones, "We need you, bro."
Nah, I mean,
He's not lying. He's not lying.
Well, if they get him, they get him. They're gonna be really screwed there in the middle.
Mm-hmm.
He's arguably one of their best defenders. So, but yeah, so that was his Super Bowl for 2027. Holy crap!
Wow.
So, all right. So Bot comes in. What's up, my guy?
Sure.
Says, I have a really good question. Didn't draft Kupp in a single league. Well, neither did I. As a matter of fact, I'm staying away from all Rams. If you guys have your draft today, they're coming up. I mean, assumingly most of you already did yours. Fantasy advice: don't draft players from the Rams or Arizona. Yeah, no, that's
Arizona. No, maybe some defensive players and maybe Connor.
Other than Connor, yeah. If you play IDP, I strongly suggest to get those guys on defense, not defense as a whole. I'm saying individual defensive players. If you play IDP, they're going to be on defense a lot, which means that they're going to be on the field more than the offense, and they're probably going to score you more tackles. So just keep that in mind. Cardinals and Rams players might actually do pretty good. So
even
studs on the duds.
Even I'm a bot says other than James Conner.
Yeah, no, yeah, I saw that. So, which I would agree.
And Mike said,
but other than that, I can't think offensively to what I would agree more to this. Like offensively, I could only think maybe James Conner. I'm not taking Kupp, not taking Matthews. I'll take Akers if he's like my fourth running back. Yeah, I kind of like to use him. But again, it's kind of like he's too risky for me to be my third running back. So I wouldn't mind if he's sitting there at the fourth.
I think best case scenario for Akers would be to have him stash him on your bench, and then when he has that week where he absolutely goes off, sell him really high.
Yeah, and that you could probably do that.
Because I don't know personally if I'm ever going to play him, but
yeah. Murray for left bench, yeah. Dude, I don't think he's gonna play, man. Look, people are saying like, "Oh yeah, he'll be back mid-season." I'm like, but why?
I got Chubb, Henry, Madison, and Connor, and his receivers are Waddle, London, Pittman, and Dotson.
Okay, it's not that bad.
Would I trade Henry, Goddard, and Pittman for AJ Brown, Firemouth, and Khalil Herbert?
Yes.
Yeah, I'd do that.
I trade Henry, Goddard,
and I would
Pittman.
Do that.
Wait, hold on. Henry, Goddard, and Pittman. Yeah. Yeah, I wouldn't mind doing that though.
I'd say you're taking a little production away from tight end and running back, but you're getting AJ Brown boost to wide receiver.
I don't know, man. I think you'd be okay with what you have. Oh no, I take that back. I take that. I wouldn't do it. You have Henry and Goddard, who could probably put up numbers. Like Goddard's going to give you solid numbers.
Firemouth might weak at wide receiver.
I don't know, man. I kind of like Waddle and Dotson. Pittman and London are almost equal to me right now. Pittman might be your worst one because Richardson can't freaking hit water if he fell out of a boat.
Yeah.
Like, it's too early. I don't know why they're starting him. If they're playing him, it's going to be a look. A lot of people are. I guarantee you, a lot of people are going to be like, "Oh yeah, he's the worst quarterback I've ever seen." He's gonna be another Fields project. But that's because he's inaccurate. He needs to get better, at making better throws, accurate throws. And we've been saying this since all of last year. Like, me and Brian have been preaching this. Like, dude, his accuracy sucks, man. And you'll see it. I think a year on the bench, and then
That's what I've been saying, but unfortunately, he's the starter.
yeah. Say what?
So unfortunately, he's the starter.
Yeah, I don't think he should
Week
be. Though.
1. I don't think he should be either.
I don't think he should be, especially with Taylor out the door, and if
And
that's
Mike
probably gonna
says,
happen.
"Why you
I
all
don't know.
trading so early?" Because I shouldn't be talking.
Yeah.
And then Price
Michael wheels and deals all the time. No, dude, I honestly think I'm gonna keep that. I would like Chubb and Henry. I don't trust Madison. I don't trust Madison.
I watched Richardson at Florida, so I understand.
Yeah, he's a very talented guy. He could arguably be one of the best quarterbacks we've seen in our lifetime. But the problem is he has to fix that accuracy. But the fact that he's so athletic and he can make the short throws and he can run is why he's going to be the number 1 QB there for a very long time, I think. I don't think he's going to get that job stolen. But it's the mid to long range ball I'm worried about with when it comes to Richardson. He'll fix it. It'll probably take him 3 years. Just needless to say. Like, if I'm getting him in Dynasty, hell yeah. But again, year 1, I'm taxing him. I don't care. Unless you're struggling at QB and you desperately need a QB. There you go. But I'm a bot. No, I'm not doing that. I kind of like your Chubb, Henry, Connor. I do like Waddle and I do like Dotson. London and Pittman are mid-tier to me. So I don't think that
PPR at all or anything, because that might change things.
It could be PPR. I'm okay with I'm okay with what you have because you're giving up. You're comfortable at your run game, right? With both Henry and Chubb.
Right. Oh yeah, basically that trade's gonna swap being comfortable at the running to being comfortable at receiver.
Yeah, and then for me, running backs go down a lot easier than.
I was like, if you had like one more good running back, I would say do it, but
I kind of don't want to do that. All right. So what's this?
Says I got McKinnon as a backup, but something tells me he might get traded. You talking about like in your league or like in real life?
I think he's talking about real life.
We saw that one.
Yeah, exactly.
Saw that one. This reminds me of Zach Wilson. I mean, I don't know if I go that far.
No, I don't know about that.
That's a rough comparison right there.
Jesus.
All right, we got Fat Golfer.
That's a hard knock, Mike. That is a hard knock. Zach Wilson? Right? Jesus. God. Go ahead.
He said, "Hi, this is a Fat Golfer." He says, "I drafted already at my weakest position is wide receiver. My starters are Godwin and Pittman, and then in late rounds you got Adam Thielen and Alan Lazard. Which 3 guys should I start week 1?" Ooh. Yeah, you're not kidding on. I'm not trying to be mean, but yeah, that's kind of a. Hopefully, your other positions are really good though. To make up.
God, I hope so. And he also says I'm going to super flex, and the rest of my team is stacked with QBs and running backs. So I
there you go. Right, cool. Perfect. See, good.
I just hope that dude. Don't compare Richardson to Zach Wilson, bro.
Yeah,
that's horrible. Anthony kind of gives his 2 cents here. As your receivers are weak, and Godwin will get you catching running points. Yeah, I mean, look, I'm looking at this.
I'll definitely go Godwin because I know that's going to be the number 1 target for Baker.
Thielen.
And then I was actually leaning towards Thielen too.
Thielen. They seem to like him there, so he's in a pretty good spot.
Yeah, I'd probably go
Who are the Colts?
Godwin and Thielen. And then I will keep an eye for the first couple weeks
yeah.
on Allen Lazard in New York. And if he does become a number one target, maybe switch him out.
Yeah.
For Thielen.
Brent says, Brian, if you want to get Martin back, go back and clip that. Martin just says he loves. Wow.
He loves your child.
Wow. No, I'm just I think Pittman going against Jacksonville is probably not a good matchup week 1. Plus I want to see what the Colts are developing first. I think they're going to run heavy, do a lot of screen plays and a lot of like short end throws, which could be Pittman's key elevation because I'm telling you, Pittman runs that slant, the inside slant there, run around about the 5 to 10 yard line. Richardson can hit him there. But the problem is defense probably picked that up easy, but we'll see how that works. But I don't know. 3 guys that you should start.
It's hard.
I almost want to just say Lazard, Thielen, and Godwin. Or just kind of leave it Godwin, Pittman, and Thielen. Because the Bills' defense isn't as strong as it was last year. So I don't know. I'm gonna leave it as is and say Godwin, Pittman, and Thielen. Because I think the receiver room and the Jets are just like there's a lot of mouths to feed to where Allen Lazard will probably be relevant once one of those guys or they rotate him in. Like I think he's I don't know. Is he like the 3rd or 4th guy right now on the depth chart? Let me check right now.
Yeah, I thought he'd be 2.
He's not number 2, is he?
Who else would? They got rid of Elijah Moore.
Let me see. Let me check, man. I don't think he's like.
I got him at number 2.
You got him at 2?
Randall Cobb is 3, and then McCole Hardman is 4.
I think Hardman's going to be the 2.
Well, he's also hurt. We've been against those Lazard.
Yeah, but I don't know. That one's tough, man. Because all these guys are within the same range. Except for Godwin, of course. But
well, that's what I said. I think for right now, I would just go with obviously Godwin 1, and then I would just put Thielen in, and then just kind of keep an eye on the Jets and what they do the first week or 2. And if it does seem like Lazard's getting a lot of targets, then maybe I would start thinking about putting Lazard.
But it's Aaron Rodgers compared to Anthony Richardson. And that's where I'm kind of leaning.
Yeah. And that's why I kind of like Lazard, but I still have to wait a little bit.
Yeah, I would lead. Yeah, it would be Allen Lazard. Godwin, Thielen, Lazard. Pittman's kind of that one where you kind of want to think about this.
Alfred says Lazard is 2.
Hardman is so fast. I know, and I think this is why I think he's going to be like, dude. I think we're going to find him getting like some 80-yard bombs. I'm learning from Martin.
There you go. We're here to teach.
I don't know about all that. I just say what I say.
We're here to create winners.
I hope so.
We make champions.
Yeah.
That's our new motto.
But he also says, "I don't matter who you got. It depends on the matchup for that week." And that's the thing because I think Jacksonville's really good. I think Jacksonville's going to stomp on freaking the Colts week 1. That's just what I'm thinking. So that's why I'm scared of putting Pittman out there first week 1. So, will Travis Hunter be the ultimate cheat code in fantasy if you have IDP? I don't know. Why would he?
You don't know who that is, do you?
No.
So he is a true freshman for Colorado.
He just came out of fucking.
He's a true freshman at Colorado. And then coming out of high school, he was the wide receiver 1 and the corner 1.
I just had him up. Where'd he go?
He played 110 snaps in his opening game at Colorado. both on because he was their QB1 or their CB1 and their wide receiver one.
I'm seeing it now. Yeah, that's probably why I don't know who this fucking guy is.
He's 6'1", 185.
Yeah, I'm looking at it right now.
And he's really good.
But to that, I'm not gonna say anything about this. Because it depends on what sleeper designates him.
Yeah. He gets designated a corner. But also like once he gets to the NFL,
he'd be like Jones. Because he would be like Jones, wouldn't he?
Marcus Jones.
Yeah.
But I think he'd be even more deadly. Because if there is a team that drafts him and he does play wide receiver and corner, and then you could take that wide receiver production and put him in the corner spot, like I'll take him with my first pick. Screw it.
Yeah, I'm reading it right now.
Thanks a lot, Braden. You weren't supposed to say anything. Martin didn't even know who the guy was. Now he knows.
I probably would have eventually got to him anyways.
Oh, I'm sure you would have, but at least I would have been like, man, I've been following this guy since he was a freshman.
No, well, yeah. I'm working on guys honestly, coming out for next year.
I'm going to be 100% on. I had no idea who this guy was until yesterday. So.
Until what?
Yesterday. He blew up yesterday. Braden shared some articles, and then I started getting notifications on ESPN about him. So I Googled him and checked him out, and I was like, oh, okay.
That's I'm like, why is this guy even being brought up? And then I'm looking at him, I'm like, okay, this guy's not even in yet.
You played 65 snaps by half. I was like, damn. Because the first thing that broke was that he was going to be the starting corner and the starting receiver day one or yesterday. And a lot of people are like, oh, you got a guy playing both sides of the ball.
Yeah.
And that hasn't happened in a while.
I'm looking at some of this.
And Otani for football, if you will. The prime time.
I don't know because I haven't. So with my internship right now, I'm working on D-line. I just did all my DBs. So I probably wouldn't even hear about all these DBs here.
He had 11 receptions for 119 receiving yards, 1 interception, 1 pass deflection, 3 tackles, 64 snaps on offense, and 80 snaps on defense.
Jesus, dude.
Oh, shit. He had 144 snaps. Good Lord.
Jesus. This guy doesn't come off the field.
That guy's going to get CT before he reaches the NFL.
This guy doesn't come off the field. He's going to be broken.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's the only issue I'm seeing right now with this guy is he's going to be dead before he reaches the NFL.
Yeah, like that makes more sense on why I'm like, why?
Because he's a freshman too, so he would still have to play like 3 years.
Yeah,
2 years.
Nice. So we got time before he can even be drafted. I'm sure this kid will have. Yeah, no problem. But then that's the thing. Like so he brings him up. I'm like, why are we? Why? Who? What? And then you bring him up. I'm like, okay. I am now learning about him.
Then Anthony Price with his big take.
I usually get juniors and higher on the profiles that I got to grade.
Says, I believe Drake May will be the number 1 pick. Caleb Williams will stay in college for him. I guess it depends because he has all the power. So he's already kind of making it apparent that, like, depending on who's going to be in that pick range, depends on if he's coming out of college or not. Because I guess he doesn't want to play for certain teams, as it looks like. I don't know.
Next year's QBs are going to be interesting.
Why?
No QB is similar. They all have different talents and different sizes. It's kind of
crazy. Your boy went off. Your boy went off.
Yesterday? Yeah, I know. Yeah,
KJ.
Dude, I love KJ Jefferson. I when I'm feeling good, I usually like saying his name. When Brian's here, and Brian knows exactly that I've been talking about this guy for a while. And he's not on a lot of people's boards yet, but he will climb up there eventually. I think now the top 5
he's already made it in the top 5, I think.
Is he? He's probably over
very
Sanders,
close.
Knicks.
Well, Sanders kind of came out of nowhere.
May, and Williams.
I don't think Sanders was that high until yesterday when he decided to break Colorado's passing yard record for the game.
I think he was already in the 5
yards. No, I hadn't heard of Sanders at all until yesterday. 520 yards.
We're doing all right.
Not doing bad, man.
Still struggling, chill. Kind of talking about whatever. We still got to go over my draft still before we head out.
I was called crazy to compare Drake May to Joe Burrow.
I mean, I don't know about that.
So Caleb, Drake May, Quinn Ewers, Bo Nix, then Sanders, then Phoenix Jr., and then Jefferson.
Those are the top.
Phoenix.
Top right now. Yeah, I look from the 5 that I know is May. Williams,
so he's 7.
Quinn Ewers out of Texas, and then Nix, and then Sanders. So those are the top 5 that I'm kind of like right now that I know of. Michael Phoenix.
No, I know who Sanders is, but a lot of people weren't sure how his game would translate to like higher competition. Obviously, it's really good.
Mm-hmm.
I just didn't know he was that high on people's boards. That's all. Like, I know he was really good at Jackson State.
Yeah, no, Mike. So, because right now Sanders in Colorado.
Yeah,
so
that's what I'm saying.
No, yeah,
but not everyone was like, oh, he's gonna transition seamlessly and blow up everybody he played. Like that, just no one knew what was gonna happen at Colorado.
Yeah, but right now the next year's QBs are interesting. Because size.
Oh, he's the kid from Washington. Okay.
Size is not a factor next year. They're all above 6 foot.
Mm-hmm.
Average from the names that we've been mentioning, they're all about 6'2", 6'3". So
he says, "I love Bo Nix."
Out of Oregon, yeah. KJ Jefferson, I think, will rise. In my opinion, I think eventually we'll see him climb up the boards, and I wouldn't be surprised if he's like the 3rd best one here because Drake May and Williams are probably going to stay at the top.
Oh, yeah.
We'll see. He might be next year's freaking Anthony Richardson that just climbs out of nowhere, and then everyone's like, oh, crap.
But hey, sometimes it's not too bad to like especially your guy KJ, because if he stays around that 6 or 7 mark, you're like, oh, I can snipe him in like the 3rd round now.
Right. And Caleb's a short one. Yeah, he is
6'1".
And still 6'1's not bad. Like that's a decent size. So all right, let's run over to let's do my draft and then we'll call it here soon. Unless Mark, you wanna
I think we pretty much
do more. I need a freaking refill on my water though. So I was in the 4th last night. So
you were underwater
a little bit.
All right, so this is interesting because I wanted to see this. I want to see.
Crap. So this was earlier before everyone started getting hammered and stuff. So the competition was a little heavier, but so here we are. I'm sitting at the 4, and notice, guys, I stayed true to my word. I didn't get a quarterback until round 9.
I got Rodgers.
And I got Rodgers. I mean, if you ask me, it's not too bad. And I got Geno as a backup, which if he throws 30 freaking touchdowns again, I hit money.
Mm-hmm.
But I got Geno because I had Tyler Lockett here. I'm like, all right, maybe if I throw them in together, maybe that week specifically, if Rodgers has a bad matchup or something, maybe Lockett and Smith, they already have a good connection. I think this might be the last year before JSN actually just probably takes over. I don't think JSN will make he'll make an impact. Don't get me wrong, but we don't know yet. So we're still waiting on that. And then I waited for a tight end, basically pretty much damn near the end of the draft, and I got a Quanko and Gerald Everett. So I'm okay with what how I drafted. Because the way it was turning out, a lot of these teams were getting their running backs early, or their
oh my
their
god,
QBs
dude! His
early.
number 2 running back is AJ Dillon.
Say what?
Sorry, I was looking at Pumpy Fly's team, and he got Cooper Cup.
Oh yeah, yeah. I
Oh my
told you, man. This.
god!
He has a personal, special connection to Jonathan Taylor. That he got Jonathan Taylor in the 3rd round.
You gotta let Cooper Cup go, bro. I would have passed on him.
Dude, he was raving about Matthew Stafford last night too. I'm like, bro, the Rams are not going to do anything with that horrible line. That line is atrocious.
I would have got Waddle, Smith,
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Olave before I went Cup.
He'll learn.
I
saw this and I'm like, okay, this team right here is not a threat.
If he had gone Jacobs or Stevenson in that 2nd round, and then Taylor, I would have been like, okay, that's fine. Because you have 2 solid running backs, and then when Taylor does come back, now you might have 3.
Yeah. So, again, I went with Chubb first
and then
round.
You still could have had DK and Cooper be your top 2 receivers. You still would have been pretty set there. Like, I don't know. That's just
I don't know what he did, but it is what it is.
He got 2 as well.
Yeah. But no, I went with Chubb, Harris, Sanders, and Pacheco. Those are my running backs. All decent, solid starters. I think Sanders will probably get hurt here soon. I'll probably look in the waiver wire for the next guy who probably pop off. There's always one running back that pops off. Mm-hmm. So I plan on probably swapping them out. It's just the way it is. But yeah. So
you got Jalen Warren. Did we get Jalen Warren in you?
Yeah. Hey, Brain, can you take care of that message?
Oh yeah. Sorry, I was in full screen, so I couldn't see.
No, Braden can take care of it, or I don't know.
This one.
It's always just get rid of that if you guys see it or not, or Brian or one of you moderators, just get rid of that one. It's a bot. I know that it is not the first time we get some weird about this.
I
don't know if it's a bot, but it's not. I don't know, but this always happens though. You answer it like Mark. You answer it because I don't know Jack. And then on this subject, and then nothing.
Well, I don't know much about it either, honestly. I didn't realize we lost to Lithuania.
Yeah. So, but thank you for the information.
Yeah,
I did not know, and I'm.
I mean, I kind of knew that was going on. I just wasn't.
No, I wouldn't know. I wouldn't know. I wouldn't know. But yeah, so I went with Ayuk, London, and Tyler Lockett as my 3, 4, and 5, or my 3, 4, my 2, 3, and 4, and Amon-Ra as my number 1. So, I was probably gonna get Jared Goff, which I think he's still out there. Oh no, man, he's gone in 12th. So not too bad. Overall, I feel like I did pretty good. I don't have an issue with anybody on my roster. I mean, the Broncos, I just kind of grabbed. They're just to be spiteful out of hobby. Say what?
That was my mom's team.
Yeah, no, not a bad team either. Robinson, Waddle, McLaurin,
Jalen Hurts,
Kirk, and Addison. Her running backs I don't like though at all.
Yeah, that's what I was looking at.
Yeah.
She only has
Robinson, and that's it. Again, I'm not high on Madison, guys. I don't.
Only have 3 running backs. Oh, yeah.
I don't know. It must be. I don't know what your household does, but it must be. You guys don't believe in running backs in that house, apparently.
You got the Eagles defense. You don't need another defense. Why would you pick up the Commanders too?
Yeah, I got 2. A lot of these teams went 2. So. But no, overall, it's.
Oh, she got Schultz at least, because when Pitts isn't playing, we can win.
Yeah. So not bad.
That's good. Oh, she got Christian Kirk and Addison. Like, her receivers aren't bad.
Mm-hmm.
I just worry about her running backs. The rest of the team's actually not bad. I just worry about the running backs.
I still probably would have went more running backs here somewhat. I don't think I would have went receiver here.
5 receivers?
She has 5 receivers.
This isn't PPR, man.
It's not PPR. It's not even half PPR. It's a regular standard. So, yeah.
All right. If she can somehow keep things together by week 6 when Williams comes back, I'm going to be like, you need to trade one of your receivers. Trade a receiver for a running back because you need to get yourself a running back.
Yeah, because all these receivers could be good.
Yeah,
but even Williams might be gone for a while, so he might be the first one out.
Right.
So we'll see.
Yeah, other than the running back position.
Yeah. So overall, it's this one was a little bit harder.
Yeah.
Just because it seemed like the I didn't like that Niners pick
Justin
at
Herbert
6.
with the third.
The Niners going there at round 6 was like, what the hell? Didn't make sense to me. And then they drafted Jeremy Ruckert, which is he's probably not even sniffed the field. Again, I don't know what's going on here. Wasted 2 picks right there. Like, you could have gone any of these guys right here at that point. So this pick right here, pick 6 and 7, is disgusting to me.
Which team?
Right here, sorry.
Oh, so you're good.
They went with the Niners and Ruckert here at freaking 6 and 7.
Wow.
Like, that's
49ers in the 6th.
You lost your draft right there. There is so much talent still sitting here. And reaching for the Niners defense that early is just amazing. So I hope you guys didn't do that because they even went back and got the Chiefs here at the last round. So it's like, dude, you could have waited. You could have waited. But it is what it is.
Yeah.
They have 5 receivers and 4 running backs, 1 tight end. 1 tight end who's not even that's not a tight end, guys. Director's not a tight end. Let me say that.
Oh, I forgot about how this defense works.
Say what?
I forgot how Justin's defense works.
Yeah.
I should have planned my defense better.
Well,
I forgot our defenses were getting 30, 40 points.
Yeah, and we were complaining about it, and it's still the same.
Because of all the punt return yardage and touchdowns all go to the defense.
It's still the same. That's still the same. He hasn't changed. And this is probably one of the main reasons why I'm leaving. So it's the point system there. You could win your freaking week just from defense getting 30 points in a single week. Outdoes your quarterback. What?
I was getting my defense projected to get 30 points. I was like, what is happening right now?
Yeah. This league is interesting. I don't think he's ever had a normal season, and this is it's just gone too long, and I don't know. We'll see. So overall, that's how that draft went. I do plan on winning this one. So problem is I was wishing this was my last year with this one. But I got to do another year just to complete the 20 years. So we'll see. Overall, not bad. I hope you guys did well on your fantasy leagues. I know redrafts are pretty much happening today and yesterday. Some are during the week. Tank is having his Wednesday night. A day before the freaking... For them to gather 12 people and do it on Wednesday night is amazing to me. So good for him. We will be trash talking that on Wednesday.
I can't wait for that. That's going to be fun.
I hope that he goes online, and I hope that his team is... No, honestly, I hope that they draft while he's on the show. I don't know if they're doing in person, though. That I forgot to ask.
That's atrocious.
Yeah. Scroll for that team we were just looking at. Yeah, we're talking about me. But yeah, no, it's like I don't know. But no, I think Tank is going to draft on Wednesday. Or he's saying it's atrocious that Tank's drafting on Wednesday.
Could be either one.
I don't know. So Tank is going to be drafting his team on Wednesday. We're probably gonna grade it, or probably like I said, I hope he's drafting while we're doing the show, and maybe it's not in person. He just jumps on, and we could just draft together and have him get the best draft ever, because it'll be like all of us kind of sitting there looking at his draft.
I think Brian's in that league though.
I don't think it's an in-person draft. Hopefully the times align. But it would be like 9 o'clock your guys' time, right?
Or maybe he's not in that time.
So I don't know. I don't know. If we go early on Wednesday, it'll be because of Tank. So mind you guys, Wednesday we might be on early. If Brian's correct here, and if it's not in person and they're doing it online, I'm really going to try and see if Tank can jump on with us Wednesday, and we could draft with him. The defense, yeah, no, 6th round is just too high, man. Like it's too high. And then the point system is also it's just I don't know.
Yeah, that's crazy. I was like thinking it was atrocious when people were doing defenses and kickers in the 8th round in my draft. You had 6th round.
Yeah, no, this is
like, why are you gonna waste? There's so much good talent in those rounds. Why are you gonna just pass up on that to secure the? Why not even be the best defense? Because Nick Bosa might not be there. So
yeah, but if the point returns and kick return yards affected that much in this league, then maybe he freaking won it. I don't know. Who knows? Look, this league is very interesting. This league used to be a all touchdown league only.
I wish I gone with New England's defense.
So this is like I said, this is last year was the first time he actually had yards, or the year before that actually. I don't know. I can't remember.
We'd love to do the draft while we're on the show.
If we can make Tank a champion, yeah, no. Yeah, that is very true. That is very true. Tank was bad last year, man. He was awful. I still don't know how he got in the championship with you in the Guillotine League.
Who runs this league? I have no idea, honestly.
Yeah.
I know he said it's like $100 to buy in, I think.
Who runs this league? One of our good friends that we've known for a while. Trust me, he's
this league. Oh yeah.
Yeah, we love him to death, but he's very hard-headed and he likes the way it's set up. Dude, for almost 18 years, this league was a touchdown league only.
Yeah. And there
was no yards, and we complained about it all the time.
Yeah. This league actually started on like pencil and paper, man.
Yeah, it's been around. I remember at 12 years old we were drafting.
Yeah, it literally. I remember the first couple years. It wasn't even like matchups. It was just whoever scored the most fantasy points a week got money, and then whoever scored the most points at the end of the year got won it. Like it wasn't even like matchup. Yeah, he's got the. Yeah. We used to show up with like binders and like magazines.
I got my old stuff right here, guys. You want to know what my first draft?
Because we had to like write our teams down. We had to like literally like make sure we weren't, because we would have to keep track of things because it was all like writing. So we had to like we'd have a list of players. Oh, he's gone. Cross him out. Oh, he got drafted. Cross him out.
Hang on, guys. The very first draft, okay, to this league. All right, things were so complicated then that the very first draft that we did, and I think I have it here, I think. Or do I not? Oh, there it is. Is this it? I'm looking for my old papers that I had to this league. It was all paper. We all showed up. The very first year we did, it was basically written by teams. So if your team, I think we drafted by team, right? Like whatever that team produced for that year. Where the freak is it? Here it is. Found it. All right.
I don't remember the first year. When I did, it was players.
I don't think you were there first year.
Yeah, I wasn't there first year.
All right. So the very first draft.
I've only been doing this for like 15 years, something like that. 14 years.
All right. So a lot of you who are in this chat right now, Michael, I don't even know if you were even 5 years old when these players were playing. Okay, because I know you're one of our youngest members here in this part of the fam. So yeah, I am pulling out the scrolls.
Martin's pulling out the scrolls.
Well, my look, I have an office that's kind of organized, and this binder has been sitting here.
He's 18 now, so he might not. He was probably even 5.
Oh, you were probably 1. You were probably barely turning 1 when I was 12. Okay, look, when I was 12 years old, I was drafting this league. All right, the very first few years, it was all paper, guys. Paper. Okay. All paper. I'm gonna tell you, my quarterbacks right now. And look at the team name. Remember Justin's brother?
Yeah. He's a
Titans Kevin's fan. I don't even know if you could see that. Kevin's Super Fantasy Football League. Back that up. I don't know if you could see this or not. All right, I got this, man. All right, my quarterbacks, dude.
This might help.
Were Donovan McNabb.
There we go.
John Kitna. Looks like Eli Manning and Steve McNair. And I was the only one who put the bye weeks in the parentheses. My running backs here, look at this, guys. This is how old this is. Frank Gore, Reggie Bush. Jesus Christ. What the hell? I don't even know who this guy. T. Jones at New York Jets. Brian, who the hell is T. Jones out of the New York Jets? I don't even know.
Thomas Jones? I don't know.
Thomas Jones? Was he a Jet?
I think so.
Running back? I mean, that's him then. Detroit had a freaking Bell. Let me see if. Oh, wow. Look how clear that is. Bell, Green, William, Lendell White. Here's my receivers: Marvin Harrison, Terry Holt, Johnson.
Thomas Jones was a Jet.
Thomas Jones, is that what it was?
Yeah, he's 45.
Ronnie Brown, Vincent Jackson, Glenn, and Santonio Holmes. My tight ends were Tony Gonzalez, Chris Cooley.
This is Julio
McMichael. I don't even know who the hell that is.
Julius.
Miller. Holy crap!
I thought that said Julio Jones. Like that's Julio Jones' brother.
No,
it's Julius Jones.
Yeah. My kickers. Yeah, we had 3 kickers in this league. Elam, Akers, and Nettie. Because here's the thing. This once we drafted, we never came back to it. Like free agency wasn't a thing. This is why this roster is so large. We never had free agency. Here's the Bears, Eagles, and Niners that year.
Fredo would have loved this league. Yeah, he was also a Bear. I knew. I had a feeling.
Look, I don't know who the hell that was year 1.
I remember Thomas Jones, man.
This was my very first draft, guys. And I think I lost. And then I started getting smarter, right? I have my years, man. This is my second year. And this is when the Matt Ryan era started. All right. This is when the Matt Ryan started era. Like, just hold on, let me get this.
Yeah, he's an actor too. I don't know if you know that. Because he was
really
Comanche.
So I got Drew Brees, Matt Ryan, Brett Favre, and Kerry Collins. Look at that. This was year 2.
And a Cardinal.
Chris Johnson, Marion Barber, Marshawn Lynch, Willie Parker, Ray Rice, Bradshaw, Felix Jones.
You're going to find some crazy names on there, man.
Bowie, TJ Hushmanzilla.
Oh, my God.
Eddie Royal, Braylon Edwards, Coles, Hickson, Johnson. Like, this was year 2, guys. Gonzalez. I guess that was huge on Zach Miller. That's twice already. And Tony Gonzalez. I love my tight ends, I guess, back then.
Well, Tony Gonzalez makes sense.
I had Tony Gonzalez, but here's the thing. I had Tony Gonzalez paired up with Matt Ryan, and I didn't even know about it. There I was, probably scoring massive points. I don't know if I had freaking Drew Brees probably starting, and then Chris Crosby, Matt Crosby, I don't know, Chris, what the hell? Folk and Janikowski, Pittsburgh's, Philly, and Indy. That was year 2. So I don't know. I have other years that were pretty much written, but I'm not gonna go all through that. Yeah, crazy. Spine just kind of just has all my fantasy stuff in there. I have notebooks in here that I've been doing all the rookie stuff all the profiles I've been doing. But this is at the back end of it. I pulled this out and put it out. But yeah, so take a time in the time machine. Take a little freaking traveling time machine right there. So yeah.
Did you want to give them an update on the builder blocks or no?
How's it going?
Yeah,
we can.
I just didn't know if that's something.
We're still waiting on the draft. Right now, it's a slow draft right now. But we can. Nothing's really happened right now. But this is the Build a Blocks League right now. First round is already going.
I had the hardest time choosing between Eckler and Chase.
That's not going to be the first time you're going to have.
Well, I'm aware, but
the hardest time.
I was like, I can't pass on Eckler.
So yeah, you got Josh Allen as your very first pick. I think my very first pick, if I can remember, I think it was Marvin Harrison. I think Marvin Harrison was probably my very first pick.
How do you tell someone you're old without telling them you're old? Marvin Harrison was my first pick.
Yeah, but I was like 12. I didn't even know who this guy was, probably.
Oh, he's great. Marvin Harrison.
I didn't even know who this guy was. All I know is I was a big Donovan McNabb fan.
Colts.
Oh, in this round, yeah. So, what's going to happen is these guys are going to end up losing.
Yeah.
Week 4 through 8.
Well, once the first 3 picks were quarterback, I was like, well, I'm not going to pass on Eckler. I'm sorry.
No, yeah. So what's going to happen
do it.
is these guys are probably going to go 3-0, probably. But once weeks 4 through 8, they're going to start losing because we already have like majority. Like I think I'm going to. Depending on how the rest of the draft goes. So the Build the Blocks League, guys, is basically you get only one block added to your roster each week. So week 1, these guys, Brocal's only gonna have Jalen Hurts. That's it. Week 2, he might get himself a running back. So then he's gonna go into week 2, Jalen Hurts and his running back, or Jalen Hurts with his receiver. It wouldn't surprise me if these guys are going to try and gun for Diggs, Kelsey, or A.J. Brown. But the issue is they're probably going to win week 1. So they're going to be at the back end of the draft. Meaning myself, Brian, Rasta, and Mark are probably going to be ahead of these guys, depending on where the schedule lies. Like if I play, like, say Mark and Brian play each other's, it's going to be his Christian McCaffrey versus his Eckler. That's a good matchup, dude. It's a very good matchup. I actually do want to see that, but we'll see.
Go down, Brian.
We'll see. I mean, the schedule's not out yet, but we'll see.
No, I know.
But if that happens, that would be a very good matchup because it's your running back versus his running back. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Depending on where Gonzalez is at, I don't even know like what's going on here. I'm debating if I should just let the computer auto draft it, which I'm probably gonna just let it do, which more than likely it's gonna be Jamar Chase.
Yes.
But he's got 5 hours. And it's a slow draft. Why? Because he's probably at work. I don't know.
Right.
Remember I said. Sorry.
I know. That's why I said when you were like torn between him and McCaffrey.
Yeah.
And then I was like, yeah, I can't pass him.
Yeah. No. If you know what, dude. I kind of want to see that matchup, bro. I'm going to edit the schedule and make you guys face off week 1. You guys okay with that?
I don't care. That's
okay.
Fine. Actually, I'll take it because that means I'm not playing someone with the quarterback.
I can try and do that. I don't know. Because I don't want it to be like, oh, that's rigged. I'm like, I don't know. We'll see. I might just randomize it. We'll see.
Both of them get hurt.
I don't know. I can ask Monique, hey, give me another number and see what she says, and then we'll just randomize the schedule again. I kind of want that to happen. But at the same time, that's kind of already like that's kind of messing with the outlook of what random schedule would be. You know what I mean? So we'll see.
You just hit random enough times until it happens. Oh, there it is. Yay.
I don't know. I'll ask Monique to give me another number and see what she says, and then we'll randomize it that many times and see the schedule layout. Honestly, I hope I play a quarterback first so I can take the L and get first round draft pick next week. Like I'm hoping for that. Like I'm not even gonna lie.
Right.
Weirdly enough, that's a weird way to strategize for this league. This league is very different.
What if you get it and you're like playing a guy with a quarterback and then you accidentally bench your player and you're like, oh, I scored no points.
No, that's BS.
I wouldn't allow that.
I wouldn't allow that. You have to have a starting roster. Bench, get the hell out of here. You shouldn't have a bench until week 8.
I understand that, but just because you have a player doesn't mean you have to start them.
No, you will play.
Too much
as a matter of fact, I should probably put that in the league chat right now.
You probably should, because I just thought of it and I was like, I can see someone trying to do that.
No,
like Rasta.
No, yeah, Anthony will. I'm just gonna lose on purpose.
That's what I'm saying. I feel like he would try to gauge the system.
No, he will. As a matter of fact, Brian, do me the favor and do that right now. You will have a starting roster in this league. You will not have anybody on the bench first week 7. You will have a starting roster.
Oh, look, there he is. It's like his ears were itching. Look.
Yeah. See? There it is.
We're just talking about him, and then he pops
Get out of here.
What's up, Roston?
Yeah, as a matter of fact, Brian, go ahead, do that, or word it, or one of you word it while we're doing them. I'm picking on you, Brian, because you're technically not like really on the show. I don't know if you have time to type out some smart way of saying it right now. Because us 3 are going to be running this league. There you go, commission now. I thought about someone drafting 3 running backs and saying.
Brayden.
I got my, but they'll have to put them in the flex. No, we will not be putting your first 7 freaking. You're gonna put every player you have on. I don't care.
Wasn't there a flex? Oh, they'd still be able to.
There is a flex. 3. Yes, they will be putting that 3rd running back at the flex. Like you're putting everyone there. Are you saying you will have?
Oh my God, Brady!
Okay.
Awful.
What are we all saying? I guess I can go back and give me the. No, see. We know how your mind works, Rasta.
Oh, we were just trying to like ways you can like game the system.
Yeah.
So we're trying to make sure people.
I remember when I brought this concept to him, he's like, I'm just going to draft every quarterback in the league so no one can have one. I'm like, well, that's stupid because you're going to lose. He goes, why? I'm like, because you can only start 1. He goes, yeah, but nobody else will have a quarterback. I'm like, okay, but you won't have a roster.
Yeah, but you'll have one position.
Anybody. Yeah, you won't have anybody in your roster. You're going to lose.
So basically,
goes, oh, yeah, that makes sense. I'm like, yeah. Now, I know how Rasta thinks, man. No, that Mark brought up a very good question.
Yeah. So what I said, Rasta, was if I'm playing, because he's going to randomize the schedule, and I got Austin Eckler, and if I see I'm going up against like Josh Allen, I said I'm just going to bench my running back and be like, "Oh, I scored no points. I guess I get the first pick in the next round."
No, not gonna happen.
And Martin was like, "No, can't do that."
No, so you know what's funny is that didn't happen last year during the beta test.
No one did do that. But
no, you will have a starting roster. Brian, I hope you're working on that message right now.
But we both agreed that we said that could be something you might do, just because you're always trying to gain an advantage.
Yeah, so you can get the first round draft pick next week. Yeah, no, that's not happening. So, yeah. Time for the first. Yeah. Oh yeah, I've always tried to test the boundaries. Yeah, no, you always do. See? I know you do.
Yep, exactly.
We learned last year in the Guillotine League, he almost lost because of his stupidity. It's not even stupidity. I'm sorry. Let me take that back. His mind thinks too much to where it leads to stupid mistakes. Does that make sense?
Right. Mm-hmm.
So he's like, I'm just gonna bench the guys all on Monday or the back end of Sunday if I know that my points won't reach the highest one, so I could get a higher waiver order. I'm like, that's a good idea. I allowed it because every week you never knew who was gonna pop off, and he almost lost. Was it by like 0.2?
It's something like that, yeah.
Something by a freaking less than a fraction, dude. Yeah, I'm like, dude, how are you still in this league? It's amazing. And then he got like knocked out like what, week 12, or I think it was shortly after me. I know I lasted 10 weeks, and then after the 10th week, I think I was like 10th or 11th, or maybe he was like 17. I can't remember.
He said he was third, I think, last time.
That makes sense. Like 17th week, or is this
yeah, he said he got third.
So he was week 15. So yeah, like a couple weeks after me, or a handful of weeks, I should say. So I was like 11th, I think. But yeah, no. Yeah. And that defensive guys that got me a touchdown, they got, wow, you lucky bastard.
I just remember the one guy getting so angry that he left. Because I beat him by like
it's fine. You know what? He doesn't even watch the show anymore. And I actually blocked him on Sleeper now.
Yeah,
because I still get invites. What?
He wanted us to wait until like Thursday for stat corrections, and we're like, we can't do that, man.
Oh, I thought you were talking about
Sean Dog.
Yeah.
I still get it.
I had to block stuff. I get too many invites.
But like, no, there was the one guy.
And then when I actually tried to do it, it's already had started. I'm like, dude, you just invited me like 2 minutes ago.
Like I was 0.01 or 0.02 from being eliminated. Yeah. And then the other guy was like, well, we have to wait till stat corrections because maybe something changes. And we were like trying to figure out how to make it work. And basically we were just like,
not in Guillotine.
We can't because we have to have our draft on like Tuesday and Wednesday.
Mm-hmm.
And the stat corrections weren't till Thursday. And then he got so angry that he left the league.
Yeah, that's fine.
Like, bye.
Well, he's going to lose anyway, so it's all right.
But man, I just remember
I'm not going to mention
each week.
They don't watch the show. I know they don't. I listen to them, and it's another podcast, but I know who it was. I'm not going to mention who it was, but just because I'm cool with his boss. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
So that was too close, but it was a great strategy. You got to admit. No, it was. I'm not gonna lie. Whole other element to which is fun. Yeah, no. So next year I might end up doing the guillotine again. Depending on how much this league goes, we might do build the blocks with IDP. So we'll end up doing 2 players per week. But I'm gonna add more IDP. It'll be 7-on-7 type deal. That way it's kind of even.
Yeah.
So there'll be two down line.
Fill out your starters on both sides and then start filling out.
Right. So as many starters as there are starters on defense.
And that has a
offense.
Whole new layer.
So yeah, it'll be different. So you won't have a full roster until week of playoffs, bro. Like a single injury will mess you up.
Yep. That's what happened to me last year.
Next year, if we do this, build a blocks with IDP. Ace, no, actually, because we're doing no. Week 7 we'll still have full roster.
That, and you better really pay attention to buys in this league.
No, you'll have a full roster by week 8, or starting roster.
Yeah, but
so
injuries,
you have 2. My bad, not 1.
But injuries, and then you got to really pay attention to buys.
Yeah,
because that's what did me in. Was having like 2 players have the same buy going up against someone who had no buys, and I'm like, well, I'm done.
Right. So, we'll see. But yeah, this is the Build a Blocks League. It's slowly progressing. We did the first couple drafts already yesterday. We're all busy.
Injuries.
It took pretty much all day for these guys to like. If Gonzalez doesn't draft, it looks like the pick will just automatically give him Jamar Chase. So yeah.
He says the best part was Dustin going out week 1. He's still traumatized about it, and it's like 3 guillotine leagues this year to try and redeem himself.
Oh my god! Wow. Well, he screwed himself. He drafted like no defense in the first 10 picks. No, 13 picks. Wasn't it like he went all like his offense at first and then got scrubs later on? Like where the rest of us were like intertwining kind of best available IDP guys there into our rosters. So I knew he wasn't going to, like, we were laughing at him like, dude, what are you doing, bro? I think he waited for his QB like pretty late too. He's like, oh yeah, I'll just pick one. Whoever loses week 1, I'll just try and get that guy. Well, too bad, guy. You were gone week 1, so you didn't even get a waiver pick. Like it just it happens. He was talking about it like last week. He was drafting like D-Hop, who was suspended. Like, bro, yeah, no, he's already losing. I've seen D-Hop drafted like in the 3rd and 4th round, guys. Like, well, I guess, you know what? It's not too bad, actually. Or before. I don't know. I'm still thinking he's like, I don't know. I'm not too high on him, but we'll see. But yeah, anyways. I got nothing else, man. Today was just kind of a chill day. Just talking about
getting ready next Sunday, week 1.
Yeah. We will have this draft done by then. Either we have to wait 5 hours. But I know Monique's gonna draft literally right after I draft. So, and then
I feel like just a couple of people.
Yeah, Monique's probably on it. Tank's on it.
Like Marvin,
Anthony,
I was like,
the rest of us. So Gonzalez is kind of holding it up right now a little bit, but it's all right. If he's at work, he's at work. I don't know.
Yeah.
We'll see. But anyways, guys, thanks for watching. Again, chill stream. Just talk about Mark's redraft, my redraft, a little about this league. Next week we'll pull it up again. It'll be 2 players versus 2 players. So so far it's 1 versus 1. So can't believe JJ made it to me and Build the Blocks. I'm not surprised, dude. I think a lot of people were thinking, oh, QB first, get the wins now. But the thing is, the fact that you went JJ, so I went JJ last year and I made it pretty far. The fact is, week 4 and 5, these teams with the quarterbacks early are going to be hurting because we are going to be drafting first for the next 3 weeks, guaranteed. Because it's going to be a struggle bus for us to catch up the many points that these 3 guys have. So we're going to get first picks every week. We'll have a win here and there because we're going to face each other. Who's like their strategy is different. Our strategy is different. I have a feeling by week 4 they're going to start finding out that their losses are going to like happen. You either win first or what's up?
I'll say I went quarterback first last year, and like I said, I was like 3-1 or 4-1, and then I got hit with buys and injuries, and because I didn't have any running backs or receivers to make up for that, I started losing.
Yeah, they'll learn. So I remember I'm gonna go with the same strategy I had last year. I feel like it worked out. And I think Brian's doing the same thing. I think me and Brian had almost equal strategy going in this year like we did last year. So we'll see.
Yeah.
JJ, but yeah, exactly. I think you're fine. I think that was a good pick. I think these guys were just scared because Brocal went freaking Hurts very like first one overall.
It was my first year, so I'm just winging it. Yeah.
Hey, you'll learn. You'll learn. This won't be the last year we do it. Like I think what I'm gonna do is next year I'll do a guillotine league with the viewers, and then the following year after that we'll do a build the blocks with IDP added as well. We'll figure it out. I'll put a vote in actually. We'll see what you guys want. Guillotine league or freaking build the blocks with IDP. Because either way, it's going to be IDP from here on out.
Yeah.
I don't know how many guillotine leagues out there do IDP. I wonder if Dustin's probably all offense ones. Anyways, all right, guys. I don't know. We're just rambling. Thanks for watching. An hour and a half. I did not expect to go this long.
I didn't either, honestly.
So,
anyways,
yeah. Anthony, Michael, Bot, Kadani coming in here real quick. Thanks for watching, guys, and golf. Thanks for giving us that question, man.
Yeah.
Again, I don't know if I'd do that trade. If you do it, then let us know how it fulfills the rest of the year. But again, I'm not going to do that trade if you're still watching. If not, that's okay. Derpy, you're probably gone, but it's all good. I'll see you at the beginning of the show tomorrow or whenever. You guys are doing movies and stuff like that. So, yeah, of course, man. So, love every single one of you guys. Good morning, good evening, good night. Mark, you have anything else?
No.
All right.
Good.
That's it. Week 1 is literally right around the corner, guys. We have like 4 days. It's crazy. 2 drafts today, 1 on Wednesday, and football Thursday. Let's freaking go. Exactly, dude. 100%. I would be more excited reading that, but I cannot yell. Because I really want to read that with excitement. Mark, try it. Go ahead. Read this with excitement.
2 drafts today, 1 on Wednesday, and football on Thursday. Let's fucking go.
Exactly. There you go. All right. I like it. All right, guys. We'll see you guys Tuesday. Brian's going to have his show. That might be his last show. They haven't been advertising it, even though I made a freaking banner for them. They haven't been advertising it.
Yeah.
So a lot of their viewers are going to be confused as hell. They better tell them this Tuesday, Brian, that this is going to be the last show they have on the Nerd Huddle before it transfers over to Dynasty Pylon. It's same show, just on Tuesday.
And then,
so by week after week 1,
we're talking to him. We're gonna add like a waiver wire thing onto his show
on Tuesday. Yes.
Yeah.
Tuesday. Well, that's going to be it's going to be Bears. I'm going to probably show up the last 20 minutes of that show to do IDP, and that's it. You've been telling, but you haven't been running the freaking banner. That's what I'm most upset about. I made a banner for you guys. A banner that similar to this. Okay, I just clicked on the first one I have here. It's Carolina Panthers freaking schedule, but it literally said the show's going from here to here, and I haven't seen it once. It's all good. See how much I'm appreciated. Exactly. I know. I watch, bro. I don't say much, but I watch. But yeah, Tuesday it'll be the last one on the Nerd Huddle. Then it'll officially be
right here.
So you'll see more Brian on Tuesdays here. He literally has just Bears show. Okay. Last year was great because he cried every week. It was amazing. I loved it. Guys, what I need you guys to do is give him some love and just spam the chat with all anti-Bear stuff. ask questions about that has nothing to do with Bears.
Just go Packers over and over again.
Yeah, just ask your Packers question. Why the hell not? Screw Brian.
Like his favorite question to answer is, will Jordan Love own the Bears like Aaron Rodgers did? He loves answering those questions.
No, we love Brian. Honestly, we love Brian. But yeah, go ahead out, hang out with him. I will be showing up on those Tuesdays, the last 20 minutes of that show. Unless it's like a very heated topic that we might want to talk about. Mark, are you going to join in those shows now? Maybe?
Possibly, if I'm free.
Yeah, so, but yeah. So it'll be a little bit more episodes on them. But other than that, good morning, good evening, good night, wherever the hell you guys are at. Week 1 is upon us. I wish you all the best. I wish that you guys come back and we talk about more of your fantasy leagues and get some championships in the way. You're going to see me turn into the Hulk? No, dude. No.
That's a Spoiler King show. Come on.
Yeah, get out of here. Spoiler Kings. You know what I'm more mad? I want more credit that I came up with that name too. I came up with that name. Y'all wouldn't be the Spoiler Kings if I didn't say Spoiler Kings. Just think about this. Just think about that.
All right. On that note, we'll see you guys later.
Yep. Later, guys. Thanks for watching, and we will see you Wednesday. I can't go on. So Wednesday it is. We'll see you and talk about the day before, and we'll probably do a Thursday episode. Are we doing Thursday episodes again?
Oh, maybe. In the morning? Maybe. Yeah, we'll see.
All right, we'll see. All right, guys. I'll see you there. We're out of here. Thanks for watching. Later.